Paragraph page 233. Okay, and our last headword was cloudy, full stage revision. Okay, so let's pick up from where we ended. Ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Do you think nature is always beautiful? Do you think nature is always beautiful? Yes or no?
No,
I don't think
I
nature
don't think
is
nature
always
is
beautiful.
always beautiful.
Very good. What is the price of a meal in a very cheap restaurant in the place where you live? What is the price of a meal in a very cheap restaurant in the place where you live? The price of a
The
meal
price of a
in a
meal
very cheap
in a
restaurant
very cheap
in the
restaurant
place where
is
I
the
live
place where I
is
live.
about,
It's about 1,000 yen.
very good. Is a bush higher than a tree? Is a bush higher than a tree? No, a
No,
bush isn't
a
higher
bush isn't
than a
higher than
tree.
tree.
It's lower than a tree.
It's lower than the tree.
Very good. What does it mean if I say this book is worth £5? What does it mean if I say this book is worth £5? If you say
If
that
you
book
say
is
that
worth
book
five
is
pounds,
worth five
it
pounds,
means that
it
you
means
can
that
sell it
you can
for five
sell them
pounds
for
or
£5
that it has
or that it
a
has
value of £5
a, a value a value
of £5.
of £5.
Very good. How much did your watch cost? How much did your watch cost? My watch cost.
My watch cost 10,000 yen.
Greg, when did you buy it? When did you buy it? I bought it.
I bought it to ABC store
Oh,
department store.
when? The question is when. When
Ah,
did you buy it? I bought it
I bought it last year.
last year. About how much do you think it's worth now? About how much do you think it's worth now? I think it's
I
worth
think
about
it was about 1,000 yen.
no, no, maybe 9,000. Okay. Next,
And
are your shoes worth as much now as they were when you bought them? Are your shoes worth as much now as they were when you bought them? No. My
yes,
uh,
no,
my shoes
my
aren't
shoes
worth
aren't worth
as much now
as much
as they
now
were when
as
I
they
bought
were
them.
when I bought
They're
them.
worth less
They
now
were worth less now
than they were
than they
when I
were
bought them.
when
When
I
I
bought
bought
them.
them.
I
Very
bought
good.
them.
How much do you think this is worth? How much do you think this is worth? I think
I
that's
think
worth about,
that was about 100 yen.
oh, expensive, like 50 cents. Okay, very good. Do you think it's worth paying lots of money for clothes? Do you think it's worth paying lots of money for clothes? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think it's
I
worth
think
paying
it was
lots of
being
money
lots of
for
money
clothes.
for clothes.
Wait, do you think it's worth studying the language of another country? Do you think it's worth studying the language of another country? Yes, I think
Yes, I
it's
think
worth studying
it was
the
studying
language
the
of
language
another country.
of another country.
Wait, do you think it's worth buying an umbrella if you live in a country where it only rains about once a month? Do you think it's worth buying an umbrella if you live in a country where it only rains about once a month? Yes or no? I
Yes,
think it's
I
worth
think
buying
it
an
was
umbrella
buying an umbrella
if I live in a
if
country
I live in a
where it
country
only rains
where it only
about
rains
once a month.
about once a month.
Where do you think it's worth taking an umbrella with you on a rainy day? Do you think it's worth taking an umbrella with you on a rainy day? Yes,
Yes,
I think it's worth
I think it
taking
was
an umbrella with
taking
me
an
on
umbrella
a
with
rainy
you
day.
on the rainy days.
Very good. What are the three meanings of the word hard? What are the three meanings of the word hard? The three
The
meanings
three
of the
meanings
word hard
of the word
are
hard
difficult,
are difficult,
very much,
very
and
much,
the opposite,
mm,
and the opposite
and the opposite
of soft.
of shock.
Where it is Chinese an easy language to learn? Is Chinese an easy language to learn? No,
No,
Chinese isn't
Chinese
an
isn't
easy language.
a language.
An easy language.
and easy
to
language
learn.
to learn.
It's a hard language
It's a hard
to learn.
language to learn.
Is English grammar hard? Is English grammar hard? No.
No,
English grammar
English
isn't hard.
grammar isn't
It's
hard.
easy.
It's easy.
Do you work very hard? Do you work very hard? Yes or no?
No,
I don't work
I don't
very
work
hard.
very hard.
I work very little.
I don't work very little.
Oh, I don't believe you. Okay, next. Do you think you generally work harder than your parents? Do you think you generally work harder than your parents? Yes or no? I
Yes,
think I
I think
generally work
I generally work
harder than my
harder
parents.
than my parents.
Very good. Is my hand hard? Is my hand hard? No. Your
No,
hand isn't
your
hard.
hand isn't hard.
It's soft.
It's soft.
Is the floor soft? Is the floor soft? No. The
No,
floor isn't
the
soft.
floor isn't soft.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Very good. Okay, what's the future of I go? What's the future of I go? The future
The
of I
future
go
of I
is I
go
will go.
is I will go.
What's the future of you go? What's the future of you go? The future
The
of you
future
go
of you
is you
go
will go.
is you go.
What's the complete future of the verb to go? What's the complete future of the verb to go? The complete future
The complete
of the
future
verb to
of
go
the verb to
is
go
I will go,
is I will
you
go.
will go,
You will
etc.
go, etc.
Very good. What's the contraction of I will? What's the contraction of I will? The contraction
The
of I
contraction
will
of I
is
will
I'll.
is I.
What's the contraction of you will? What's the contraction of you will? The contraction
The
of you
contraction
will
of
is
you
you.
will is you.
What are the contractions of
What
he will, she will, etc.? What are the contractions of he will, she will, etc.? The contraction
the
of he
contraction
will,
of
she
he
will,
will, she
etc.
will,
are
etc.
he'll,
are
she'll,
he'll, she'll,
etc.
etc.
Well, what's the opposite of 3 months ago? What's the opposite of 3 months ago? The opposite
The
of
opposite
3 months ago
of 3 months
is
ago
in 3 months'
is
time.
in 3 months'
Will
times.
I be here next week? Will I be here next week? Yes, you'll be
Yes,
here
you'll be
next
here
week.
next week.
What time will I leave the classroom today? What time will I leave the classroom today? You'll leave the classroom
You leave the classroom
at 10:55
to end
today.
55 today.
Will you go home after the lesson? Will you go home after the lesson? Yes or no?
Yes,
I'll go
yes,
home
I go
after the
home
lesson.
after the lesson.
Where will you be in 6 months' time? Where will you be in 6 months' time? I'll be
I be
where? Here or in another prefecture? Let's say, I'll be here
here
in 6 months' time.
in 6 months' time.
Very good. Will he be here next lesson? Will he be here next lesson? Yes. He'll
Yes,
be here
we will be here
next lesson.
next lesson.
Will it rain next year? Will it rain next year? Yes. It'll rain
Yes, it will
next
rain
year.
next year.
Will we be here in 3 weeks' time? Will we be here in 3 weeks' time? Yes. We'll
Yes,
be here
we will be here
in 3 weeks' time.
in 3 weeks' time.
Very good. Will they speak English during the next lesson? Will they speak English during the next lesson? Yes. They'll
Yes,
speak English
just English
during the next lesson.
during the next lesson.
Very good. What's the contraction of I will not? What's the contraction of I will not? The contraction
The
of
contraction
I will not
of I will
is
not
I won't.
is I won't.
What's the contraction of you will not? What's the contraction of you will not? The contraction
The
of you
contraction
will not
of you will
is
not
you won't.
you won't.
What are the contractions of he will not, she will not, etc.? What are the contractions of he will not, she will not, etc.? The contractions
The
of he
contraction
will not,
of
she
you will
will
not
not,
will
etc.
not
are
etc.
he
are
won't, she won't,
she won't
etc.
she won't etc.
Where will I go home in 2 minutes time? Will I go home in 2 minutes time? No. You
No.
won't go home.
You want to go home.
In 2 minutes' time,
In 2 minutes time,
you'll stay here.
you stay here.
Will you be here in 100 years' time? Will you be here in 100 years' time? No, I
No.
won't be here
I want to be
in a
here
100 years'
in a
time.
100 years time.
Very good. Will he stay here after the lesson? Will he stay here after the lesson? No, he
No.
won't stay here
He want to stay
after
here
the lesson.
after this.
He'll go home.
He will go home.
Will we live for 1,000 years? Will we live for 1,000 years? No, we
No.
won't live
We want to
for
live
1,000 years.
for 1,000 years.
Very good. Will they agree to give you all the money they have in their pockets if you ask them? Will they agree to give you all the money they have in their pockets if you ask them? No, they
No.
won't agree
They want to
to
agree
give me all
to
the
give
money
me all
they
the
have
money
in their
they
pockets
have in the
if I
pocket.
ask them.
If I ask them,
Very good. When do we use shall instead of will? When do we use shall instead of will? We use shall. Well, we use shall
we use shall
when we are making
when we are
a
making
suggestion with the pronoun I. Okay,
suggestion.
one more. We use shall
We use
when we are
shall
making a
when we are
suggestion
making
with the
suggestion
pronoun I
with pronoun I
or we.
or we.
Give me some examples. Give me some examples, please. Shall I open the
Here
window?
I open the window.
Shall we go to the cinema?
Here we go
To
to cinema.
Very good. Can we use shall to ask for a suggestion? Can we use shall to ask for a suggestion? Yes, we can use
Yes,
shall
we can
to
shall
ask for a
to ask
suggestion.
for a suggestion.
Give me some example. Give me some examples, please. What shall I do?
What shall I do?
Where shall we go?
Where shall we go?
Very good. Is your building open to the public? Is your building open to the public? No, my
No,
building
my building
isn't open to the
is
public.
building open
To the public.
to the public.
Very good. How many public holidays are there in your country each year? How many public holidays are there in your country each year? There are,
There are
let's say, 20 public holidays
20 public
in
holidays
my country each
in my
year.
country each year.
Very good. Do you like speaking in public? Do you like speaking in public? Yes or no? I
Yes,
like speaking
I like
in public.
speaking in public.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're
I will.
showing me
You are showing
your
me
book.
your book.
Can you show me the way to the station from there? Can you show me the way to the station from there? Yes or no? I
Yes,
can show you
I can show
the way
you
to the
the
station
way to
from
the
here.
station from here.
Wait, do tigers kill other animals for food? Do tigers kill other animals for food? Yes, tigers
Yes,
kill
tigers kill
other animals
other
for food.
animals for food.
Do you like films in which lots of people get killed? Do you like films in which lots of people get killed? Yes or no?
No,
I don't like
I
films
don't like
in
films
which
in
lots of
which
people
lots of people
get killed.
get killed.
Very good. Are there many countries in the world which have a queen as the head of the government? Are there many countries in the world which have a queen as the head of the government? No, there
No,
aren't
there aren't
many countries
many
in the
countries
world
in the world
which have a queen
which have a
as the
queen
head
as the
of
head
the government.
of the government.
What color's blood? What color's blood? Blood's red.
The blood red.
Very good. When you're eating chocolate in company, do you offer them round? When you're eating chocolate in company, do you offer them round? Yes or no? When
Yes,
I'm eating
I'm
chocolates
eating
in
chocolate
company,
in
I
company.
offer them round.
I offer them round.
If I offer you a million
If I
pounds,
offer
if
million
I
pound,
offer you a million
will
pounds,
you
will you
offer?
take it? If I offer you a million
If
pounds,
I offer you million pound,
will you take it? Yes or
will
no?
you take it? No.
If you offer me
If you offer
a million
me
pounds,
a million
I
pounds,
won't take it.
I won't take it.
Very good. What's the opposite of life? What's the opposite of life? The opposite
The
of life
opposite of life
is
is
death.
this.
Very good. Do you think life is more pleasant for children or adults? Do you think life is more pleasant for children or adults? I think life
I think
is
life
more pleasant
is more present
for
for
children or adults.
hmm,
For
for
children
for children
than adults.
than adult.
Very good. Do you think life is harder these days than it was in the past? Do you think life is harder these days than it was in the past? Yes or no? I
Yes,
think life
I
is
think life
harder these
is
days
harder than
than it
hmm,
was. One more. Yes, I think
yes,
life
I think life
is harder
is
these
harder
days
these
than
days
it was in the
than
past.
it was in the past.
In your country, what color do you use for death? In your country, what color do you use for death? In my country,
In my
we use
country,
black
we
for
use
death. We use black
this black
for death.
or this.
Is death a pleasant subject to speak about? Is death a pleasant subject to speak about? No,
No,
death isn't
this
a
isn't
pleasant subject
present
to speak
subject
about.
to speak about.
Very good. What do doctors suggest doing for a healthy life? What do doctors suggest doing for a healthy life? Doctors suggest
Doctor
eating
suggests
healthy food
eating healthy
and
food
getting lots
and
of
getting
fresh air
lots of fresh
and
air
exercise
and
for a
exercise
healthy life.
or a healthy life.
Wait, where do you suggest he goes for his holiday next year? Where do you suggest he goes for his holiday next year? I suggest
I
he
suggest
goes to
he goes to
where? Okinawa, Hokkaido, Fukuoka,
the Kyoto,
Kyoto for his
Kyoto
holiday
for his holiday
next year.
next year.
Where tomorrow I'll buy a new shirt. What color do you suggest I buy? Tomorrow I'll buy a new shirt. What color do you suggest I buy? I suggest
I suggest
you buy a
you buy a blue shirt.
very good. If she wants to see a film tonight, which film do you suggest she sees? If she wants to see a film tonight, which film do you suggest she sees? I suggest
I
she
suggest
sees
she sees
what movie? Godzilla,
Disney
Disney movie. Very good.
movie.
What do you suggest I do this weekend, Saturday and Sunday? What do you suggest I do this weekend? I suggest you.
I suggest to you
Now, what do I do?
uh, go to the baseball game
This weekend.
this weekend.
Very good. Okay. What time will you go to bed tonight? What time will you go to bed tonight? I'll go to bed
And go to bed
at
at 11 o'clock
tonight.
tonight.
What will you do before going to bed tonight? What will you do before going to bed tonight? I'll watch
I
TV,
will watch TV,
read,
read,
etc.
etc.
before going
We
to
are
bed
going
tonight.
to bed tonight.
Very good. Are you tired at the moment? Are you tired at the moment? Yes or no?
Yes,
I'm tired at the moment.
I'm tired at the moment.
What do you do when you feel tired? What do you do when you feel tired? When I feel
When
tired,
I feel tired,
I go to bed.
I go to bed.
Are you tired of studying? Are you tired of studying? Yes or no?
No,
I am not tired
I'm not
of
tired
studying.
or studying.
Very good. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're turning around.
You are turning around.
If you turn round, what will you see? If you turn round, what will you see? If I turn
If
round,
I turn around,
I'll see
I see another building.
another building. Very good. Okay, can you completely turn around without standing up? Can you completely turn around without standing up? Yes or no? I
Yes,
can turn
I can
completely
turn
round
completely around
without standing up.
without standing.
Very good. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're turning over
You are turning
a
over
page in your book.
a page in your book.
Very good. Okay. What's the past of get? What's the past of get? The past of get
The past of get
is got.
is got.
Very good. Where did you get your shoes? Where did you get your shoes? I got my
I
shoes
got my
from.
shoes from the
uh,
first department store.
Very good. What time did you get here today? What time did you get here today? I got here
I got
at
here at
10:30 a.m. today.
10:30 a.m.
Today.
today.
Did you get to school early today? Did you get to school early today? Yes or no?
No,
I didn't get
I
to
didn't get
school early
to
today.
school early today.
Very good. Will you be in this room until 10 o'clock this evening? Will you be in this room until 10 o'clock this evening? Yes or no? I'll
Yes,
be in this
I'll be
room
in this room
until 10 o'clock this
till
evening.
10 o'clock this evening.
Do you want to live for 100 years? Do you want to live until you're 100 years old? Do you want to live until you're 100 years old? Yes or no?
No,
I don't want to
I
live
don't want to live
until I'm
until
a hundred
I'm
years old.
100 years old.
Our supermarkets sometimes open till late at night. Our supermarkets sometimes open till late at night. Yes,
Yes,
supermarkets are
supermarket
sometimes open
are sometimes
till late
open
at night.
till,
Till
till
till late at night.
late at night.
Very good. Will you come here again next week? Will you come here again next week? Yes or no? I'll
Yes,
come here again
I'll come here
next
again
week.
next week.
Yeah, I'll wait for you then. Okay,
I
very good.
wait for you.
Again, next, will, will I ask you the same questions again next lesson as I am asking you now? Will I ask you the same questions again in the next lesson as I am asking you now? Yes, you'll
Yes,
ask me
you are
the
asking
same
me
questions
the
again
same questions
next
again
lesson
next
as you
lesson.
are asking me now. As
Hmm?
you
As,
are
as you are
asking me now.
asking me now.
Well, if we make too many mistakes in our dictations, do you think it's better to do them again? If we make too many mistakes in our dictations, do you think it's better to do them again? Yes. If
Yes,
we make
if we
too
make
many
too
mistakes
many
in our
mistakes in
dictations,
our
I
dictation,
think it's better
I think it's
to
better
do them again.
to do them again.
What's the duration of a lesson in this school? What's the duration of a lesson in this school? The duration
The
of a
duration
lesson in
of
this
a
school
lesson in
is
this school
25
is
minutes.
25 minutes.
What's the duration of a game of football? What's the duration of a game of football? The duration
The
of a
duration
game
of
of
a
football
game of
is
football
90 minutes.
is 90 minutes.
Well, will there be anything on TV tonight? Will there be anything on TV tonight? Yes, there'll be
Yes, there
something
be
on TV
something
tonight.
on TV tonight.
Will there be any pictures hanging on these walls next lesson? Will there be any pictures hanging on these walls next lesson? Yes, there'll
Yes,
be some
there be
pictures
some
hanging
pictures
on those walls
hanging on those walls.
next lesson.
Next lesson.
Will there be a chair on the table next lesson? Will there be a chair on the table next lesson? No,
No,
there won't be
there
a
won't be
chair on the
a chair
table
on the
next lesson.
table. Next lesson.
Will there be anybody sitting on the floor next lesson? Will there be anybody sitting on the floor next lesson? No, there
No,
won't be
there
anybody
won't be
sitting
anybody
on the floor
sitting on the
next
floor.
lesson.
Next lesson.
Very good. Which newspaper do you read? Which newspaper do you read? I read
I did Yomiuri
newspaper.
newspaper.
Right. Which is one of the most popular newspaper in your country? Which is one of the most popular newspaper in your country? The
The Yomiuri Asahi
newspaper is
newspaper
one of the
is
most
one no,
popular, one of the most
one of the most
popular newspapers
popular
in my
newspaper
country.
in my country.
Do you often read magazines? Do you often read magazines? Yes or no?
No,
I don't often
I
read
don't often read
magazines. Well,
magazines.
what's the past of sell? What's the past of sell? The past of sell
The past of
is
sell
sold.
is sold.
Very good, but we stop there for today. But very good,